Hey guys, how you doing? It's a Wednesday and it's been pretty quiet this week in regards to pickups from charity shops. I've not been finding a lot. I've just been to two and found absolutely nothing at all, nothing that even came close to interesting me. But then I went into this one and they had a few bits, nothing crazy, but a few bits which I'll show you now. We've got this, which is a Dino Trucks, and prices are really all over the place on these, like all over. So I really don't know, but it was only £2 and it's still got all its bits, so I don't know, but for £2 I thought I'd give it a go. And then we have this, which I'll quickly unwrap. It's a bit like the West German kind of brownie coloured fat lava glazed pots. It's that kind of style, I guess, but it's British made. What's this called, this stuff? Like the brown and cream kind of marbled effect like that. What is it called? Does it have a specific name? I really don't know. But it's by this brand, Foster's Studio, Cornwall. I don't really know. I might have I heard of that brand? I might have heard of that brand, but it's not like a common one for me. It's not something I pick up very often. But it was only £2. I know people like fish. They like to collect fish, and people like to collect anything, right? But I know fish are quite popular. And then we've got a bread bin. Nothing special about this really, just a basic kind of ceramic bread bin, not like the chunkiest one in the world. I'm not sure where this one's from. I never seen it before. Not sure if it's a Dunelm thing or not. It could be like a Home Bargains or something like that, or maybe like the Range, something like that. But it's in good condition. There's a couple of little marks on the lid, but you know, it's £3. That'll do. I've got a similar one in cream at the moment, different kind of text, but very similar in kind of shape, and that's had a lot of interest. And that's going to go for about 25-30, so this should go for about the same. And then there's a few things inside here which I'll quickly show you. Now, I'm not sure about this. If it's what I think it is, then it should be worth good money. If it's not, then I'm sure it's going to be worth something. I've not looked them up. I just kind of took a bit of a chance. But this right here, I think that this is Dinosaur Train. I'm almost certain a couple of the bits in here are Dinosaur Train anyway. And this was kind of nearby, and I figured it's probably all coming at the same time. 2015 Viacom Playmates, doesn't tell me more than that. I don't know. If it is Dinosaur Train, some of the Dinosaur Train stuff does really well. If it's not, I'm sure there'll be a little bit of money in it. It's these two I recognise, I think from Dinosaur Train, but I'm now doubting myself. If it's not Dinosaur Train, it's very similar looking. That one and that one. Anyway, if I can find these, I'll put them on the screen, whatever they are, and see how much it was. These were all the figures. There was a big box of like die-cast toys and little plastic figures and stuff. Most of it was rubbish, and there was like a load of like slime sticking a load of it together. There's like a big mound of toys, but some of them were alright, including these, and it was 4 for £1, so 25p each on those two. £2 on that. This is a Disney Imaginext Evel Knievel, I think. Is it from Toy Story? Is it from Toy Story? I didn't know Toy Story and Imaginext did like a tie-in. Maybe they did. Don't know. Canadian flag? Was Evel Knievel Canadian? No idea. No idea. But anyway, that, I'm sure that'll be worth something. That was 25p. Random pink car, missing its tyres, but to be honest, this is just, I needed to pick one extra thing up to, you know, to get the 4 for £1. Turtles Imaginext figure, a Hot Wheels truck that looks a bit like a scorpion. These are all 25p each. This is for my kids. Lego crocodile. We already have a couple, but this is a different colour. I've never seen one that looks like that before. And lastly, we have this, which is a vintage 90s, let me see, what was it, 1991 Titan Sports. God, he looks crazy. Who is that? Who is that? Look at that face. Is it working? Usually these have some kind of, oh you push it down, don't you? No. Yeah, no. Does it just do that? Is that all it does? It's supposed to move? I don't know. So that's it for this bit. Hopefully I find something good later on in the week and I will put that in now. So I'm just going to briefly interrupt for this because we are now at 999 listings on eBay. I'm just about to list the final item, which will take us to 1,000. I need to do it quick before somebody buys something. Right, I've already pre-prepared this. It's all ready to go, so I'm literally going to just hit list on here. So yeah, list with displayed fees. Done. Let's just check it again. There we go. 1,000 listings. 1,000. 1,000. Oh my God. So yeah, now we've got to that 1,000. I am going to keep it there, keep it above 1,000. I'm not going to be like going crazy to get to like 1,200 or 1,500 or anything like that. 1,000 has been my goal for a while now, all year really, to be honest. My goal has been to get to 1,000 and then to just kind of keep it there coming into Christmas. And it's probably going to come down a little bit during Christmas if I have a good one, but you know, I'm going to get it back up there again. And that doesn't mean just buying anything. It doesn't. I've got a lot of stuff to get listed, good stuff, and yeah, I'm going to easily be able to stay above that 1,000, I think. But it was just more of like a personal goal to get there, and I've done it. And I know a lot of people operate on a lot less listings than this and probably make a lot more money than I do. And, you know, that is definitely, you know, fair enough. And I understand that. Yeah, me and my partner Claire, we've been hitting the listings hard. I've been getting loads of photographs like in the mornings and whenever I can. Our partner has been getting loads as well. And we've been working hard for the last month, like really hard, just doing as much as we can. And we finally got there, so that's amazing. So that's it for this bit. Let's go back over to what you were watching before I rudely interrupted. Hey guys, so it's a Friday. I've just been to the charity shops, it's lunchtime, and I've not found a lot, but I'm going to show you what I have found because there's a couple of interesting things here. First off is this. I've never seen or heard of this before. Have any of you guys? A game of Wigan Pier. I've never heard of this. Has anybody heard of this? I'm sure there will be people who have. This seems to be worth about 30 quid, but it's pretty rare, so not sure. Inside it looks like it might be still new inside, but I'm not 100% on that. I'll have to have a look into it and see, but nonetheless, £3 paid. This was in a stack of used jigsaw puzzles. I nearly didn't bother because I just looked and thought I don't mess with used jigsaw puzzles unless it's a very like rare sought after one that perhaps I've had before and I know is worth good money, or like a 5,000 or more piece jigsaw, but generally speaking I don't. But this, yeah, this was just in amongst them, so I picked it out and yeah, 3 quid into 30. I love picking up this kind of thing, you know, the weird kind of unusual board games, that kind of thing. I want to put a few photographs on the screen of this game kind of set up, or just a quick look inside when I get home. I can't really be doing it here in the car. So here's a game that I showed you a moment ago, a game of Wigan Pier. And here we go. So I don't know if this is like how it originally came. Is this kind of borderline new, perhaps? Everything is bagged up. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe not now, actually, looking at it. Or maybe, I don't know. Just the fact that this bag has a red thing on. Originally, this was from like the 90s, I think, or the 80s even. So, I don't know. It's hard to say. You get this little dice. Is it a dice thrower? Is that what you call them? When you put the dice in, shake it? Dice shaker. That's kind of cool. Load of cards. Yeah, so it's not like new. You know, nothing is sealed card-wise here. And here's the game board. Kind of old school. Yeah, so again, if anybody knows of this game, let me know down in the comments. And then the next thing here is just a big bag of toys, but they are mostly Fisher-Price Little People, mostly. And I did pay up a little bit, £5, which it was very borderline whether I should bother for £5. But there's a couple in here that I saw which I think are worth okay money. And I also saw like a Mario toy which I know my kids would like, so that'll be going to them. A little knight, Fisher-Price Little People. So I found a couple of these out there, and I don't know that much about them, so I will have to do some digging into all of these. But I found a couple out there that were going for like £10 to £20. Sometimes it was like a set of 3 for £20, but there were a couple of singles that were going for about 15. So I don't know, maybe there's a little bit of money there. But then we've got a load of others, just a load of like random characters. Yeah, I think that's Happy Land. Is that Happy Land as well? Which is similar to Little People's. A few of them in here. I've sold Happy Land stuff before. My kids had the advent calendars one Christmas, and once they'd opened them all up, they never played with them. So we had 2 sets of Happy Land stuff, and we sold them off, and we did all right with them. Look, yeah, that's something to definitely think about. I mean, how are you going to really know? I don't know. If you ever come across like an old advent calendar of well-known brands, you know, Lego, Little People, any of them, sometimes they can be worth good money. Just so I've noticed with having kids and them having advent calendars every year, some of the stuff they keep, some of it they have no interest in once they've opened it, so we sell it on. And yeah, they do okay, some of them. Playmobil's another one. That's a good one. You know, stuff from Playmobil advent calendars. I think sometimes the bits that are in these calendars are not available for general purchase. Maybe that's why they have a little bit of value. I don't really know. Or maybe it's just because it's all themed, you know, it's usually like Christmas themed, so you put a little Christmas Playmobil bundle up, it's going to sell to somebody around Christmas, isn't it? So that's it. It was just those 2 things. That's all. That's all there was today. Anyway, I'm heading to Tesco now. There's a couple of bits I need to get, but I'm going to have a quick look at the toys and stuff there, because apparently there's like a up to 50% off sale right now in Tesco. I think it ends soon, so I'm going to go and have a look, see if there's anything that's worth buying for resale arbitrage. It'll have to be a really good deal for me to bother with it, because I've got enough stuff still. So yeah, we will see. If there's anything of interest, I will let you know. Yeah, so I got a little bit of footage in there, but not a lot, because there is nothing really of much interest. It's supposed to be up to 50% off sale, and like with all these sales, there was, what, 3 or 4 items that I saw, and I went down most of the toy aisles. Obviously didn't look at everything, but there was about 3 or 4 items that I could see that were 50% off. The rest were not a lot, like between 5 and 15% thereabouts, you know. So yeah, the Lego, very little off any of it. I did get a couple of items for my kids, and I came here to get glow sticks. Well, I wanted like light up kind of batons or some kind of something, because we're going to see the final of the fireworks tomorrow night in Blackpool. Decent if you're looking for things to buy for Christmas. There's a few decent, half decent deals. There are a couple of deals on Funko Pops and Roblox, a few decent deals on some of them, but you know, I was scanning them in, looking online, and a couple of the prices were a little bit cheaper than online prices, but not a lot. Anyway, that's it. I just thought I would quickly mention that, and yeah, that's it for this bit. Hey guys, it's a Friday. I've just found out that the car boot sale this weekend is unfortunately cancelled. It's been crazy weather here, raining. Like, the last 2 car parks I've been in have literally been like rivers. I was struggling to find somewhere to park that I could get out the car and not be like up to my ankles in water. That's how bad it was. It's just because it was a sudden downpour, and it was going on for about half an hour, like monsoon season. But yeah, I've just out the charity shops. I've been to 2. We found a fairly good pickup in the first one, which I'll look at in a second. We've got a few things from in there. One of them being this. I have no idea really what this is. I mean, obviously it's Disney Mickey Mouse. It's by a brand called, well, it says Disney by Brito 2010, which I've not heard of. Do I recognise Brito? I think I do actually, but it's not, you know, it's not a common thing that I pick up. So I'm going to just scan him in with the Google Lens app, see if it brings him up. Similar, that's very similar. That's more similar still. This one, it's not the same, can't find it, I don't seem to be able to see the same one, but it's very similar. What they're calling it, it's German, so it's going to be in German. Okay, well, it's 20 quid on this website for that one, which is very similar. So yeah, I'm not going to have a good look into it now, but you know, I paid £1. If we can get 15, 20, I'll probably aim high and go 20 with this, because it's really nice, it's in perfect condition. I'll obviously have a look if there's loads on eBay. I'm not going to go that high, but for £1, always going to pick up that kind of little figure. Then I got an item which will be a present for somebody, so I'm not going to show that. I got this Life Begins at 40 board game. I wouldn't pick this up unless it is in excellent condition and complete. Don't bother otherwise, because they only go for, you can squeeze about 15-16 quid out of it, which is what I'm hoping to do. Really good condition. Pack of cards in there are sealed, so yeah, wouldn't have bothered otherwise. And you know, it's obviously coming up to Christmas, board game season, and there's a few on eBay, but I wasn't seeing that many, and the sell-through rate was fairly good, so I'm stick this up, see what we can get for it. I've got loads of board games right now. Have you guys got like a big stack of built board games like me, ready to get listed? Are you putting it off like I am? But now is like the time to do it. I think this weekend might be my board game weekend, and I just need to kind of go for it and go through them all and hopefully get all of them listed, or pretty much, because I reckon I've got at least 20, probably close to 30 to be honest, and like things that are similar to board games, like I've got a Turtles like Scale Electric kind of thing. I've got like this big aircraft carrier that I rescued from a bin, and other bits like, you know, like board game size kind of boxes and stuff. So certain things I get on straight away, but so it doesn't get too big of a pile, but I still have a massive pile to go through. And a good pickup from the other charity shop is this. Now I got 10 rolls of this and I paid £2 per roll, so £20 all in. And that on this is good because this is like a proper Italian designer wallpaper, really nice thick paper, and I've had this kind of stuff before and it's always sold fairly well. The only person I could find selling this new, like kind of like up from a, you know, like a retailer kind of point of view, I think there's a couple of people just selling like a roll or two. Somebody who had multiples of this was trying to get about, I think it was £26.99 free postage per roll. So that, there's none sold, so I think that is, you know, a bit high to be honest. But I'm paying £2 per roll. I reckon I can easily get, I don't know how I'll do it. I think I might do 2 lots of 5 rolls. I don't want to be sending out singular rolls. You know, it's heavy. This will be 2 to 5 kilograms Hermes, so like £6. So I don't want to be doing that. I'll either put the whole lot on as one lot, or I will do it in 5s and do 5 per listing and charge something like £10 to £15 per roll. Do it like that. So we should do okay with that. And you know, if all else fails, I've paid 20 quid and it'll just be really posh wrapping like void fill for somebody. Yeah, somebody will be getting their Christmas little package, like a little action figure or something, and it'll be like wrapped in this like luxury paper. But yeah, there's no particular brand to look out for. I've had all sorts. It's just the fact that it's made in Italy. In fact, I do recognise this logo here. I have had that quite a lot before. What I used to do is buy wallpaper in bulk. The first time I ever did that is I saw it on Facebook Marketplace, and I went and she had, her whole dining room was full of wallpaper, and I got it all. She just wanted it gone. Basically, I think it was her son or son-in-law bought out containers, like, you know, clearance containers, or, you know, companies that have gone bankrupt or whatever, I don't know, and he got all that stuff and would sell it off. But she ended up with all the wallpaper, hoping that she could, you know, do something with it. But she said, I can't do anything with it, I just want it gone. And I paid her something like stupidly low price, and my boot and all my back seats was absolutely, there must have been 150 rolls, I reckon, close to that, all different types. Some were a bit open, some were like, you know, poor quality or really old, some were like newer, good stuff. So I only got it for void fill, you know, 20 quid. I was gonna, you know, you go and buy a couple of like big brown rolls for that, maybe 3 or 4, depending on where you get it from. But yeah, I just saw it. In fact, it was my partner Claire who saw it. I went, got it all, and that's when we started scanning it all in and realising that there was some money. So yeah, we did quite well off all that. I have no idea how much money we made, but we made a decent amount, and the rest of the stuff just went as void fill. And then After that, I kept buying it from charity shops. I would wait until they get loads, and then I would just say, you know, all that wallpaper over there, how much do you want for the whole lot? I'll take the whole lot. And they used to do me a good deal on it, but these days they're not interested. However much there is and however rubbish it is, like sometimes I wait until, you know, if I see it and it's all a bit like open and like raggedy and whatnot, I'll offer then, thinking that they might be like, yeah, you know, nobody's gonna buy it, just have it for whatever. Now I'm willing to pay a reasonable amount, like £1 a roll. I think that's reasonable for like old wallpaper, but nobody's interested anymore in doing that. They won't, you know, I stopped asking because they just kept saying no, no, like it'd be like £2, £3, £4 a roll. I'd be like, no, it's not worth it. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I know it was a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I've already kind of partially edited it, and I know what I'm going to put together. I've got a little bit of charity shop stuff, I've got a little bit of other things. I just wanted to kind of put them all in a bit of a mix on this video. Makes it a bit more kind of interesting perhaps to watch, I don't know. A bit more interesting for me to edit when there's a few different things going on. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as per usual, hit that like button. It really does help out. I hope you've all had a great Halloween. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of footage. See you in the next one. What are your thoughts on that, Chester?
I don't like it. Okay. It's so evil.